Hello. Give me still recovering from this cold. Got kind of a mess, but anyway, here we are. And please feel free to move your legs and get comfortable. I'll just talk of Chris asked me to speak a little bit about walking meditation, moving meditation, and so we'll do that. And of course, in Zen, the walking meditation isn't just to stretch our legs between rounds of sitting, but it's really um, the transition to moving meditation and practice in daily life. And Thich Nhat Hanh has really taken walking meditation and moving meditation to another level, really. And I practiced with him. First met him in 1975, and then practiced most intensely with him in the 80s, 70s and 80s. And so I'm just going to talk about some of the practices that he recommends for walking meditation. And starting with so that we can try some of these, we're going to do a little longer walking meditation or Kinhin practice today. And we can try some of these. And so he starts with making loving steps on the earth. And it's all related to embodying our being embodied or being in our bodies while we're mindful and aware. And so making loving steps on the earth is really as we take a step, we experience our foot touching the earth, touching the floor, which goes down to the earth, and offering our peacefulness, our loving kindness, and really offering it to the earth. And I would add that then we allow ourselves to experience the earth loving us back, that we can experience the earth, rising to hold us, and showing her love and abundance. And so he's written quite a bit about this is a from actually from Vietnam, one of his early guide to walking meditation, and I'll read some things from this. So he starts with a lotus flower blossoms from each footstep. When an artist draws a picture or sculpts a statue of a Buddha sitting on a lotus, it's not only because he wants to honor him. The artist wants to show that the Buddha is sitting in peace and awareness. Each of us sits down many times a day, but very few can sit peacefully like a Buddha. For many of us, when we sit down, it is as if we've sat on a hot bed of coals and we are up again soon thinking of something else. The Buddha is portrayed sitting like this. And Nhat Hanh says, he learned, as I sit down, I wish that all living beings may be seated on the throne of perfect enlightenment, their minds free from illusion and from all mistaken views. And after evoking this thought, we are to sit mindfully like a Buddha. And I want to remind us, those who wish to enter the Pure Land, that after that, please sit on a lotus right now. Do not wait until you arrive in the Pure Land. Please be reborn in a lotus in this very moment. By being reborn in a lotus flower, sitting on a lotus seat at this very moment, you no longer need to doubt the Pure Land's existence. The same is true with walking. The newborn Buddha is commonly shown taking 7 steps. With each step, a lotus flower blossoms from the imprint in the earth. We should be able to take steps that are so peaceful that a lotus flower can blossom beneath each of these steps. Next time, when you practice like this, let a lotus flower blossom under each footstep, just like a newborn Buddha. You don't need to feel inferior and inadequate to the task. If your step is serene, it is worthy of having a lotus blossom from it, and you too are a Buddha. So that's a nice one. Walking, he also talks about kissing the earth with your feet, taking a step that's so sweet, and that you feel the kiss of the earth, and then a lotus blossom blooms from your step. Yeah. And he says another one that I've really liked and practiced with over the years, and this is maybe more when you're walking in the woods or taking a walk down the street. Maybe you're walking more quickly, but you can try it here while we're doing this walking meditation. And he says breath counting and taking steps. Mindful breathing is different from regular breathing. Mindful breathing means that when you breathe, you know that you are breathing. When you take a long breath, you know that you are taking a long breath. And similarly, when you take a short breath, when you breathe gently, you are aware that you are breathing gently. You may ask how you could pay attention to both your breath and your walking at the same time. And it can be done if we unite our breath and step. So he recommends counting. And he says, as each time you take a step, you count 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps for the inhale. So you're inhaling and you count how many steps it takes to inhale, and then count how many steps it takes to exhale. And I find that particularly great if I'm kind of agitated or just kind of can't settle and feel like a lotus is blossoming under each step. It's sometimes nice to just count how many breaths. Maybe it's 5 steps to inhale and 5 steps to exhale. And then he also recommends that if you can lengthen the exhale a little bit or lengthen the inhale to take in more air. So I find that a really nice one. And of course, he says the miracle is to walk on the earth. That's not the miracle. He said some people say that only walking on burning coals or spikes or water should be called a miracle. But I think that walking on the earth is already a miracle. So that is, yeah, it's a short walking meditation. And so we can try that. You can try whatever you like to do, counting or visualizing a lotus or loving the earth as you go. And when we would walk with him out in the forest, like on a path during a retreat, a lot of times we would hold hands, like 2, 3, 4 people would hold hands together, depending on how wide the path was. And that's a very sweet practice also. So thank you so much. Please enjoy your walking.
Thank you, Erika. Thank you. We'll have 15 minutes of zazen. It does not appear to be raining, so you can be outside if you'd like or stay inside.